What do the different nozzles mean on different CO2 jets or different CO2 cannons? Or a better question, do different nozzles matter on CO2 special effects? Well, the second answer is yes. Now back to the first answer, what do the different nozzles do? As you've probably seen, there's multiple different nozzles. We have some nozzles that are shorter, some that are fatter, some that are longer, some that have holes, some that don't have holes, some that have 2 holes, some that have multiple holes all the way around it. There's a lot of different options. The simple answer is yes, the difference matters, and yes, the difference matters between them all. Now, you're like, wait a minute, but both of those are yes. Let me elaborate on the yes. Which one you pick, that's up to you. Okay, all joking aside with the nozzles, yes, the different types matter. And how do they matter? Well, we have different videos that we have up, and we'll put a link in the description when they're available. But the difference in essential overview is this. The nozzles that don't have holes that are longer are going to shoot a narrower stream but farther. The nozzles that are shorter and fatter or are going to shoot less of a distance but fatter and more of a plume. Now there's also differences that matter on either one of those, whether they have holes or not. The ones with holes, 2 holes, have air that come in them, similar to something like this, okay? It won't look like this. This is not a nozzle. This is just a production piece, but I'm using this for reference. So 2 holes, typically those suck air in, they get the CO2 out. Other nozzles themselves actually have holes all the way around it. Now, there's a difference because you're aerating it more. Typically, when we see the difference, the most difference is going to be whether there's a higher temperature outside or not. In general, and this isn't for everything, the higher the temperature, the less that you want those holes exposed, the more you want them covered. And the reason being is it gets more CO2 out, okay? Now, the opposite is when you have a lower temperature, what we've seen is better results when the holes are not covered, okay? You want air to get in and you want air to get out. Now, why is that? Maybe too technical, but at the same time, it's because when it's hot, you don't have a lot of humidity molecules. And actually, let me preface this. When I said hot, the hotter it gets, the less humidity generally. That's when you want the holes covered up. I had to think about that for a minute. You want the holes covered up because less humidity, you don't want air getting in there. The more air gets in, the more you're gonna just burn the CO2 out. You wanna keep as much CO2 together as possible with the amount of less humidity that's in the air possible. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but just listen to me. When you want the holes covered up, when it's high temperatures or low humidity or both. The other way around, you want the holes open. Generally, you can have them open whenever. It doesn't mean, this is really getting technical, but you want the holes open when it's lower temperatures and or higher humidity, okay? And I say that because that way you get more airflow, you get more humidity in there to get more of your plume. If you want less of a plume when it's lower temperatures and higher humidity, just cover the holes up. You're gonna get a little bit of a difference. Now, really this gets technical when we deal with certain types of theatrical performances, some types of movie special effects, or we have some other very specific things. Some of them we can talk about, some of them we can't, where the stream matters. But in general, it's not gonna matter. We're doing this video for those that it does matter. Now, the other thing here is going to be noise dampening technology. The noise dampening technology really is a piece of foam that's inside the nozzle. And if you've seen some of those nozzles, close face there, we actually have one right here. So this actually has a piece of foam inside it, and what that does is it dampens the noise. And the reason being is the fittings where the CO2 sprays out, a different type of fitting can also dampen the noise, and we have another video specifically on this, but also the foam will dampen the noise because it's similar to like a studio that has foam in it. The noise gets captured, the sound, and it doesn't reverberate. Well, the same thing with those nozzles, so it does affect it. So yes, there is the ability to change the stream, to change the output, to change the look. We can also do things, I mean, this is more information than enough, but we can also deflect it. Certain special effects that we've done, we've actually deflected the nozzle off something because they want a limited amount of stream. You cannot regulate the stream pre-valve because it's liquid CO2, so you just can't do that. So you have to do other things with the nozzle downstream from the valve such as where the nozzle sprays through a grate, things like that. And that actually affects the stream as well. So I hope this video helps. A lot of information in it. Leave a comment in the description below if you like it. We are here to help you. Put your project, your request, your anything down there. We do reply. And this is CryoFX. Like and subscribe, please, please, please. I say that because we do this information for you guys and it gets it out to the masses. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.